What's going on, guys? Welcome to another gameplay video. Today, we're going to jump in with the Azorius control deck that Paulo played at Worlds. Now, the only thing that we're missing here is the 4 of Temple of Enlightenment. I literally just don't have any, and I don't have any rare wild cards. So, unfortunately, we are short there, but the rest of the deck is the exact same. So, to talk you through it just very quickly, obviously it's got quite a number of counters. We've got 4 Absorb, 3 Dovin's Veto, 2 Mystical Dispute. We do have 2 Banishing Light for some removal, some Omen of the Sea for some card draw, and then Birth of Meletus is a really interesting card. Does a lot of very different things to help you kind of stall the game a little bit, which is great. Thirst for Meaning for draw cards, obviously. Narset for some card selection, and really solid against some other control decks as well. Teferi, exact same thing, helps you control and tempo out the board, and also does very well against obviously other control decks. Archon of Sun's Grace and Dream Trawler are the only 2 creatures in this deck. Dream Trawler, obviously, if you played any of Theros Beyond Death and you've gotten to play with this card in particular, you've probably won. This card is insane, absolutely ridiculous. Excuse me. Archon of Sun's Grace, also very good, especially in Limited. Has a lot more synergy now with this deck because of things like Birth of Meletus, Omen of the Sea, Banishing Light, and then Elspeth Conquers Death. Elspeth Conquers Death works very well as a removal, and then also just long-term value. Shatter the Sky, obviously, for some sweepers. We do have a Field of Ruin in here. That was an interesting choice that actually Will and I talked about on the podcast, just for some value. If you can get the right card, if you can hit like a castle, you're in really good shape. Castle Ardenvale, obviously, to help pump out some creatures, and then for some Scry on Castle Vantress. So we're going to try and do just what we have been doing, which is some standard ranked. We're not doing best of 3. This isn't traditional. We're just doing one-on-one, just to see how it goes. We'll test it out and have some fun. So this deck is really sweet. I have played just a few games with it so far, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So this looks like a very solid keep to me. We're a little light on land, but we do have the Omen to help get us there. And then obviously if they play anything we can counter on turn 2, that's fine. Turn 3 Teferi, so definitely a solid keep, I think, here. Elspeth Conquers Death. We'll throw that out tapped. And we'll see what we get. I'm also really excited. Oh, good. We got our 3rd land. You guys can't tell this, but I got new lights and like a whole new kind of setup here, which I'm really stoked about. So, yep. Can't do anything about that. We'll go ahead and play Omen here. We may just end up bouncing that. Don't think we need a second one of these. I will keep the Fabled Passage on top. We just want to be able to pull out as many lands as possible. Okay, so I think we'll play this. Do we just want to bounce this? I think we do. Let's do this and let's bounce the Yorvo. We'll also get to draw a card, obviously, off of it, which is great. And we're just stalling them out a little bit. Eventually, obviously, if they're a green stompy deck, which it seems to be the case, we'll just Shatter the Sky and get rid of everything. Elspeth Conquers Death answers Yorvo pretty cleanly, I will say. We'll play this out. Do we want to Archon here? I don't think so if the long-term plan is to, so we'll go ahead and plus that. If the long-term plan is to Shatter the Sky, I'd rather them kind of commit to the board a little bit more. We'll go ahead and get blue, it doesn't matter too much. We do need white, obviously, for the Archon at some point, but we've got Castle Ardenvale, so we should be okay. We can Shatter at instant speed if we feel the need. Thanks to Teferi. So we'll see what they do. Yep. How much do we care about Teferi? I'm gonna Shatter here. Let's do it. Oh. See, that's where I was wrong. I should have done, that was a mistake. All right, that's okay. We lose to Fairy here, obviously. We'll Omen. We could have countered that as well. Misplays, guys. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't super... I mean, this is a powerful card, but I don't super care about it. Let's see. What are they going to do? Still learning this deck a little bit as well. I've not played a lot of the control decks recently, just because there's so many other great options that I've thoroughly been enjoying. I think we do want Banishing Light. Do we want Absorb? I don't necessarily think so. I don't know. I could kind of see going either way. Maybe we do want it, but do we want the Banishing Light? No, because we have the Elspeth Conquers Death to deal with Yervo. Yeah, let's do this. Let's keep that. Let's keep both. Draw, play castle, and now I think what we want to do is go ahead and do this. This just keeps pressure on them to actually do something. So we will see what they've got. Obviously, we can't counter anything this turn, but again, we have the Banishing Light to follow that up, and then obviously Shatter the Sky. If they somehow like play out tons and tons of stuff, we could just shatter everything, and then I'm totally fine with it. So they will probably get to draw some cards thanks to that. Definitely should have Dovin's vetoed that. That was just a mistake, but that's okay. We make mistakes here. That's totally fine. If any of you guys watched Worlds, by the way, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I watched a little bit of it. I really, really wish I had gotten to see like a little bit more, but unfortunately I didn't. So interesting. Okay, so we can Teferi bounce, leave up. Well, I do think that that's probably the best play. Return target creature, planeswalker. I mean, we're gonna get Teferi back here, I bet. Well, let's play Field of Ruin. We can alternatively just Banishing Light, and leave up Dovin's veto, or let's do this, and cancel. And we will Banishing Light here. So this leaves up Absorb for any of their following plays. And then next turn, obviously, we're going to pull Teferi out. And if they just don't do anything, we just Omen Scry. Seems pretty good. Ooh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Can't be countered. You got me. I mean, we can still shatter that, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. If they have a follow-up play here, we might still get to Absorb. And like I said, if not, the great thing about this deck that I have found is that you kind of always have something you can do. And that is the nature of control decks just in general. But these Omens in particular just give you such good filtering. And then, of course, lands like Castle Ardenvale, as well as Castle Vantress, just give you options almost all the time. Yeah. Swing at me. You got it. Yep. Take 6. That's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and scry. What do we want here? Not Teferi. We might actually want the white source. We need that extra white here, I think. So we'll take that. We're going to get Teferi back for free here with an extra loyalty counter on it, which is awesome. We'll play Plains. What do I want to... So I can bounce this draw. I can bounce this. No, I'm sorry, it has Pro Blue. I can bounce this and draw. And I think that's what I'm going to do here. Okay. So we can Archon if we would like. I don't know when exactly. That's the struggle I find with this deck, is when exactly to put the pressure on. I think I'm going to go ahead and shatter. Do that. Add white. Just so we can leave up absorb mana. Let's go ahead and shatter here. If they've got another one of these, that's fairly annoying. And then we pass. So here we've got counter magic up. We've got Omen of the Sea if they just don't do anything, which I assume is not going to be the case. I assume they just play the banner out. Like, I don't know how much we care about the banner, is my thing. Like, yeah, it's good, but it's not like it's amazing. Here, let's absorb. Gain a little bit of life back. Pull land off top. That's fantastic. Okay, so plus, here we go. And now here, we get to throw out Archon. And then next turn, we've got either Dovin's Veto or Omen. Or, well, not both, but... no, yeah, we can do both if we want. We will see. Yeah. You got it. So here, we'll veto this just to eliminate as much of their board presence as possible. They, I assume, are passing turn. Yep, so we Omen. Good, good, good. We get a Pegasus. Ooh, well, I think now's the time to put the pressure on. I don't think we need this other land here. Especially, if it was a white source, I'd consider it a lot more, but obviously. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's attack. Yep. Throw out the Dream Trawler. And I'm just going to plus here. The Dovin's Veto is really good fodder for the discard on the Dream Trawler. They probably don't have a whole lot they can do about it anyway. We will see. Wicked Wolf. Okay. You can Wicked Wolf away the token, that's fine. And then they can 1/1 counters that. Okay. No, that's fine. We could just bounce that, so like it's kind of fine. Yeah, resolve. You got it. Do get to kill that, gain a couple life off of it though. My turn. Okay. Let's... We're gonna bounce draw. We're trying at this point to just start. Yeah, there we go. So at this point we were pivoting into the winning position, so we wanted to hopefully finish it out as quick as possible. Drawing cards just helps us get there, thanks to Dream Trawler. So you saw, despite my misplays on that, you did see the power level. It's a very good control deck. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Like I said, I played a couple games before. I didn't play a ton, but it's just such a, like, it feels like just such a powerful Azorius control deck. One that, you know, we see a lot of Azorius control in a lot of different metas and things like that, but this one in particular just seems very, very strong. This is a weird hand, but I do think it's good. So we can turn 1 fetch for an island. Turn 2, depending on what we draw, we can either birth a Meletus or leave up Omen. I think most likely we'll birth of Meletus, so we can definitely draw land. We'll go ahead and crack this now. We do want blue. Yep. And then next turn we can birth Meletus, stall out the game a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I hate this flash deck. That's okay. Shatter's a good draw. Let's see what they got. You gonna counter? I doubt they would counter this, but they very easily could. Yep. So we are gonna hit our next land drop, which is obviously important. These Birth of Melituses are very interesting cards in my opinion because they do a lot of like just random things it seems like, but they're very good. Like obviously pulling a land out helps you in this position where you've only got a couple lands in hand, and then you get a defender, which is great. Like I'm super in for that. They are short on mana here. Let's try for Teferi. If they counter, that's fine. I assume they will. Yeah. But let's burn out those counters. Next turn. Oh, that's not good. Okay. We will see what we can do. Gain a couple life here. Fantastic. Castle Vantress, they are down to 1 here. So, do we want to Shatter or do we want to Archon? I kind of think we want to Shatter. Let's go ahead and do this now. Again, I don't know if that's the best play here, but it keeps the pressure off of us a little bit. They didn't flash anything on the end of their turn, so they do not have another like Sailor in hand or any 1-drop. We'll see. I mean, they do need to start, you know, putting pressure on Dungeon Geist. Very cool. So here... we do get a freebie turn with some... yeah, I think we have to go for it. They can't counter it, obviously, because they were tapped out. If they bounce it, that's whatever. We'll see what they've got. And this just works so well with like Birth of Meletus and Omen of the Sea, which are obviously going to be coming in the next couple turns. So they can't attack here. That's great. Ooh, Banishing Light is very good too. Let's go ahead and Birth of Meletus. Kind of bait. If not that this is a great card to counter, but like if they do have one, they might try and just do that now, just to save themselves from this. We get our planes out. We get to play our planes, and now let's try Banishing Light on the Dungeon Geist here, just so we can start getting in for more attacks. And again, to spit out another token here. Now they could flash something in and block this, but I don't think there's anything too powerful that they could really block with, so let's go for it. Swing in for 3, gain 3 back, love it. Oh, they must have drawn that. That's interesting. Okay. Yep, draw your cards. It's fine. We're just going to continuously start spitting out all these things. Yep, create our token. Do I want it to Teferi here? Yeah, I think I do. It's not, the downside to this is like, it doesn't matter if I bounce this all that much. It just helps me draw a card, so is it worth it? No, I don't think so here. We'll swing in with everything. Again, they can flash stuff out and block, but it doesn't look like they're planning to. We gain a bunch of life back. And we'll pass here. They draw a card, that's fine. Getting this Archon down early is amazing right now. Yeah, you got it. They can definitely pump this, that's fine. If we just bounce, so it does have flash, they can start flashing it in again, but that does mean they can't just draw off of this. Yeah, go for it. I think let's be mana efficient. Yeah, let's be mana efficient here. Draw 3. Ooh. Decline. I think what I'm gonna do is discard those. Okay. Gain some life back again. So before we do anything, we're going to bounce this. That way, if they want to replay it, they definitely can, but they can't draw a card and replay it. unless they've got like an opt or something, which is fine. If they've got an opt, whatever. Now, we also get to leave up the counter magic here. So let's swing in. Okay, well, they just gave up. So really, really nice. We did have the backup with the Dream Trawler as well. Hey, we ranked up to silver. Cool. I haven't been playing much Constructed, so it's nice to rank up a little bit. We're like gold something in draft limited. That was the word. All right, one more game. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can 3-0 with this. That'd be awesome. This deck is really, really sweet. I would imagine too, the Temple of Enlightenments definitely seem like, you know, obviously any kind of filter lands are going to be good. Reduce mana efficiency issues as well. The only downside to those, obviously they come into play tapped, but if you're strategic in the way you play them, it should be fine. Oh, I don't think we can keep this. This is a little bit strange though. The reason I say that, so this is obviously going to get our third land. That means all we need is one more and we can shatter. So if we're against an aggressive deck, that's kind of fine. One follow-up land and then we've got Elspeth Conquers Death. I just don't think this hand does enough though. I'm going to mulligan. This looks a lot better. I think we put Elspeth back. Yes. Let's put that back. Okay. And we'll see what we can do. Temple. Okay. Could be any number of decks. There's like a million different things it could be. Maybe Fires. Jeskai Fires. Yep. Play that out first. Next turn, we hold up Dovin's Veto. If they don't do anything, then we Omen. Oh, interesting, Grixis. Ah, okay. Well, you got me. They probably either take Teferi or the Veto. I could see him taking Veto, but I don't know how powerful their deck is, so. Yeah, you got it. Here. Play that, and we'll pass. Obviously, they know most of our hand now, but we do have one freebie card. Let's do this. I mean, they're going to take Teferi no matter what, I'm assuming. Oh. Yeah, let's do that. We double F on Teferi. Please take my Teferi. That's fine. Okay. And we get to follow this up with an Absorb. So they... My assumption is we should just play out Teferi here. That might be wrong. I don't know. So they're a Grixis control deck, which is very sweet, by the way. Let's do that. We'll go ahead and play this out. They tend not to run a whole lot of, from my understanding, a whole lot of instant speed stuff, but other play there, we could have bounced our own Omen. I decided not to, obviously, but they're... Man, they are just... I mean, they're just one for wanting us. Like, it's not amazing. But they've gotten rid of three of their cards there. We'll birth. That's a statement. Pull out a land. Yeah, we'll play that tapped. We're just going to keep plussing up Teferi here. Until... It might be better to Omen here, but... Yep, they got Fires. So, what do they got? So we do get to bounce this next turn. Ah. Man. Good, good, good. Fantastic play. Let's Fabled Passage. Go ahead and crack for a blue source. And we pass. So they're down to only a few cards in hand, but they do have Fires out. So this could obviously be very, very bad for us. We do get the scry off of this if they don't do anything. Actually, either way. So hopefully we can draw into something really nice. We'll see. We shall see. Well, gotta veto that. And then this is obviously going to be something, yeah, okay. Let's do that. So we can Banishing Light either of these. Both are good. I love the voiceover action here. It's just amazing. They know this card, so that's why I'm playing it out. Otherwise, I would sandbag it. And then here... See, this is a little bit of a confusing spot for me. I mean, they're top decking, so if they top deck something like really powerful that helps them draw a card, they do get to scry off of this. Fires might be the better option, but this is obviously a more aggressive card. I'm gonna go for the Fires here. Again, this might be incorrect. If you're watching, please feel free to let me know, but interesting. I think I would have scryed after they see what I'm going to be playing Banishing Light on. So I'm going to take Fires. They did scry one to the top, so we'll see what that ends up being. Narset. Well, that's definitely a good card against us. Ooh. It looks like they're going to run us over here. They definitely have a lot of good stuff. So, yeah, they're going to be swinging for a ton. See what we get. Not ideal, but we will play it. Thin out that deck. I mean, there's no sense in spitting out a token. Might as well. Definitely looks like they're going to win this. They're about to do a ton of damage to us, and they get to draw them from Dreams. So there's really not a ton we can do here. What would be amazing? We can't even draw more than one card per turn thanks to Narset, so like we're not in a great position no matter what. They're refilling their hand like crazy. So I'm going to guess that this is it, but we'll see. Oh. All right. Yeah. Yep. Down to 2. But have no fear, we're going to get a 0-4 defender. Yeah, that does not save us. All right, yep, they got us. So still best 2 and 1 with these decks. I've had a lot of fun playing with these little decks though. The Mirror March deck, if you didn't see that one, was super fun. I love that deck. We probably will stream that again or play that again at some point soon. This deck really fun as well. I'm gonna try and do another video on it at some point soon, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this video though, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next gameplay video.